Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rocks with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, a whole bunch of shit to talk about today. I'm sure you guys already know, but before we get to the bullshit, let's do a little housekeeping today. Actually, just one thing, you guys, the blackout. Yes, it's time to talk about the blackout again. The blackout has gone through a few changes this year. However, we have settled and it is going to be back here in Atlanta. So, yay! I mean, I guess it's a plus and a negative. I was looking forward to traveling to Las Vegas, but I think it was something that we weren't quite prepared to take on just yet. Okay, get a couple more blackouts under our belt before we start talking about different locations. So yeah, Atlanta once again, it will be here in July. So let me give you guys the dates. This year we're going to kind of try to do a sort of a blackout weekend. Well, actually it'll just be Friday and Saturday on July 15th, July 16th. If you're traveling from somewhere, you know, you'd get here on the 15th and leave back out on the 17th. If if you was trying to make a weekend of it. But on the 15th, we are going to try to take all of our subscribers and people that come to the blackout to Six Flags. I mean, we ain't taking y'all. We all going to Six Flags. You guys are all welcome to come as well. Bring your kids, your families and everything. It'll be sort of like a family day. Everybody get together, you know, partake in the festivities. And then on Saturday, we'll be having the blackout, the actual event, at the same place that it was at last year, which was at the Crow's Nest. And I believe it'll be around the same time that it was last year, which was 3 to 8 o'clock. You know, don't quote me on that, but that may change. But it's definitely those dates, definitely in Atlanta, and definitely I will be there, you guys. So it's gonna be a stone cold groove. I'm looking forward to, you know, all the people that said that they were coming last year that didn't, and once they found out how much fun that we had, hopefully this year we'll have an even bigger turnout. This year we're doing things differently. We had a GoFundMe last year. We're not doing it that way this year. This year we are going to be charging for tickets, so you can purchase the tickets ahead of time. The tickets will be $20 before April 1st, and then they will be $25 after April 1st. Okay, so, and then also I believe at the door. If you want to make sure that you got your shit set, you know, go on and buy your tickets ahead of time. I'm going to put on here the PayPal information that you guys can pay for your $20 ticket. And I don't think that's too much for all of the damn entertainment that you will be getting on that day. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to talk about the blackout. I hadn't been speaking about it because we were kind of changing our minds a lot, and I just didn't want to keep coming on and saying we're doing this. Oh, no, we're not doing this. Now it's going to be here. Okay, no, not now it's not there. Now it's back here. You know, you know how we can be sometimes. So, you know, I would rather be prepared. So that's why I'm letting you guys know now. And it's still ahead. It's still enough time. Still ahead. And still, what is I'm trying to say, y'all? I didn't have no coffee today. So, like, you know, I'm trying to get my words together. It's still enough time. We're still ahead enough of the child. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Go on and get your tickets for the blackout. 2016, y'all. It's going to be a stone cold groove. Alright, you guys. So, things was all good just a couple of weeks ago when Khloe Kardashian was on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy, being the mess that he can be, asked her to say a couple of nice things about Amber Rose, and Khloe was able to do so. Shortly after that, I believe the very next day, Amber Rose decided to refollow Khloe on her social network. So, you know, it looked like all was good in the hood. And I guess that might have been the calm before the storm, because fast forward to Monday, we got a very peculiar picture of Blac Chyna, and she had an arm around her, and the comments below it said something about new beginnings or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but she had a bunch of little, you know, 4-leaf clovers, and the arm had some very telltale tattoos on there, and everybody was able to pick up right away that those were Rob Kardashian's tattoos. Y'all motherfuckers be paying a whole bunch of attention, okay? So immediately it was all over everywhere. Oh my God, Blac Chyna, Rob Kardashian, what's this about? Next thing we know, TMZ confirms that they are in a relationship, that they're dating each other, that they found love, that it's been a couple of weeks that they've been seeing each other, that Blac Chyna is helping Rob Kardashian with his weight issues, his health issues, and that they seem to be happy to get to know each other. Hey, you guys, everybody and their mama was just like, well, damn, okay, including me. I must say that even though I'm not a tit for tat kind of person, I think that Blac Chyna has been wronged by the Kardashians. You know, of course, we can't forget that Tyga was once Blac Chyna's fiance. He's the baby daddy of her little boy King. Blac Chyna and Kim Kardashian used to be very close, used to be good friends. I think because Kim Kardashian was working on a show for Blac Chyna and Tyga. But see what happens when you keep your friends close and your enemies closer? That motherfucking Kylie snuck in and stole Tyga. And it was even worser. Shout out to Future. Kylie was only 16, 17 years old. You know, it was a whole big scandal. So in that whole mixture of everything, Blac Chyna, I believe, got the shortest end of the stick. She was fucked over by the Kardashians. No other way to put it. Now we got Blac Kardashian and supposedly Rob Blac Kardashian, you guys. Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian supposedly in a relationship. Do I believe that they're in a relationship? I don't know if I believe that they're in a relationship. What I do think I believe is that neither of them are big fans of the Kardashians right now. Okay, we already know that Rob Kardashian has big issues with his sisters, with his mother. He's been in kind of fuck it mode for a long time. He's been, you know, hidden away from everybody. He's gained this weight. Now he has diabetes. He has health issues. And I think he just feels like his family is so fucked up that they're not there for him. So he has his issues, and I just told you what Blac Chyna's issues were. So I feel like what probably happened was Rob got on the phone and was just like, listen, I can't stand my family. You can't stand my family. Let's piss them the fuck off. Let's attack the social media networks. Let's get all over everywhere and act like we so in love. And I think Blac Chyna was like, you know what? I can do that. She probably already knew him, or at least had been around him enough when she was friends with Kim Kardashian, being around the family. She probably has some level of comfort with him, you know, enough for him to even come and stay with her in her house. We haven't seen any intimate pictures of them together. Part of that is probably because Rob Kardashian has made sure to keep himself away from the media because of how big he is. And even if we did see some intimate pictures, I would still feel like they were planted. But you know what? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'll tell you, I just feel like every now and again, bitch need to get they just do. And I think that this is the best way to stick it to him. Who do I feel the sorriest for is that fucking Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner looks like her nerves are so fucking fucked up over this last 2015, okay, between Bruce, okay, and Kylie and Tyga, all right, and Chloe and Lamar, and her now seeing this black guy. I think Kris is just like, you know what, these motherfuckers is fixing to kill me. And when you look at her, you can tell that she's aged over this last year. Chloe, who's always been the most outspoken of the family, she puts out an Instagram picture the other day of her and her sisters, and it said very simply in the caption, "Never go against the family." And when people pointed out, that she was talking to Rob Kardashian, she then says, "Why do people think that that's what I thought? I was upset about a guest that was supposed to be on my TV show, and now they backed out. Okay, but I guess maybe it could pertain to quite a few people." Yeah, it could pertain to Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna, or it could pertain to Scott Disick and French Montana, who was seen hanging out with Amber Rose. Okay, they're on the private planes together, they're going to Vegas together, they partying together. Okay, I don't have to remind you guys that French Montana and Chloe was a couple at one time. Chloe and Amber, okay, even though we just made nice with each other, they got all this history, all that bullshit that they went through not too long ago. So shit was nice, but it was still on very shaky ground. But Scott Disick hanging out with French Montana and Amber Rose, even that could have rubbed Chloe the wrong way. Alright, so Chloe could have been talking about every fucking body at that point. I don't think Scott Disick gives a fuck about Kourtney Kardashian's feelings. Scott is just living his life. He was unhappy there. Kourtney was unhappy with him. She made him miserable, so who cares about that? But I think that the family you know, as if there's some mafia family or something. The Kardashians, they're such a strong, closely knit family. You know, they all band together no matter what. Even if the shit is wrong, they make sure that they're there to support each other. So all these motherfuckers just running around, you know, willy-nilly seeing everybody out, you know, outside of the family and doing all this. Yeah. Okay. I guess Chloe's like, okay, motherfucker, that's how you want to play it. Okay. Now, we can skip on over to old Kanye West. Y'all know Kanye has his own issues with Nike. Comes out with that horrible song. What was the name of that song? What is the name of the song? It's the answer to Jumpman. Y'all can't think of the name of the song. What is it? Yeezy, just jump over Jumpman. What's the name of that song? Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know how Kanye West can be when he gets obsessed about something. So obviously he has Nike in his crosshairs. So when he was going to be coming out with his album, which is scheduled to come out on February 11th, it's supposed to be this great big release at Madison Square Gardens. A live playing of the song. You can buy tickets. They're going to have performance, you know, dancers or some shit there. You know, he's going to unveil his new fashion line, like we all fucking waiting in line for that damn Armageddon looking bullshit. He got all this going on, and his new album, he said he was going to title Swish. And we know Swish is, I don't even know if they say it too much anymore, but it used to be the slang for the Nike Swish. You guys know that's the thing that goes like that, y'all. I don't know if, you know, somebody told him that wasn't a good idea, if he got to thinking about burning bridges, even though I don't think Kanye is one to really care. Okay, when you have that kind of money, sometimes you feel like you can burn bridges all you want, even though Nike is a huge conglomeration. He decided to change the name to Waves. And I don't know nothing about whoever this man is, MC. What's his name, you guys? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Some rapper in New York who was known for the wavy movement. That's the one thing I didn't research when I was doing my stuff for this. Anyway, you know, he says wavy or whatever, and people were upset that Kanye was trying to steal it. Now, whoever this rapper is, MC, what his name is, y'all might put it on the screen if I can find it. He's in jail, and he's evidently in jail for a long time. Probably won't be using that name because he ain't gonna be making no albums or nothing. Kanye also tweeted out, you know, much respect to whoever this wavy character is, you know, like saying thank you for even giving me the idea to name it this. Okay, he tried to put his little, you know, respects on the whole situation. And one person who took offense to this whole thing was Wiz Khalifa. You guys, all of this is so many, like 7 degrees of separation. Everybody is related in some kind of which way. Wiz Khalifa was upset that Kanye decided to put his name of this damn album Waves, you know, and said it's only one wavy, you know, you not wavy. What the fuck is a goddamn wavy, you guys? I swear when you get a certain age, you don't know what the hell half these folks talking about, but people were upset. People were tweeting, you know, Wiz Khalifa got folks upset. Yesterday, Kanye West, evidently Wiz Khalifa tweeted something about KK, okay, meaning, it's a name of a weed. Is it called California Kush? I think it's California Kush, y'all. I ain't up on my weed, I'm sorry. But him using those initials, I think it was pretty logical that Kanye West would think that he was talking about his wife, Kim Kardashian. We see KK quite often for Kim Kardashian. You also know in Twitter that you only limited to so many characters anyway, so, you know, maybe he was thinking that he was trying to cut it down. Anyway, you guys, Kanye West pitched a fucking Gemini bitch last night, and honey just went on and on. He gave 17 points basically why Wiz Khalifa's whack. He said that his albums are terrible, nobody can listen to them all the way through, okay, that they're corny, his music is corny, which I totally agree. I've never been a Wiz Khalifa fan. He said that, you know, you let a stripper trap you, that I'm the reason why you have a child, I'm yay. You should be happy that I've made it possible for all of us to be rappers. You know, I even made it popular for you to be able to wear skinny jeans. I mean, he just went on and on, and, you know, and classic Kanye ranting fashion. And all of it was quite hilarious to me. I was bothered by the fact that he, you know, talked about the kid. I mean, you know, kids just don't need to be in it. But when you mad and you go on, you know, I can see how it happens, especially when you are a Kanye West. You just be wilding out and you just say whatever the fuck you want to say. But when he said something about that kid a couple of times, I already knew. It was just a matter of time that Amber Rose was going to bring herself into the mix. Wiz Khalifa decided to leave the shit alone, okay? But he did tweet like, KK is weed, fool. And from, you know, Kanye saying that he smoked weed, like when he did that big outburst at the MTV Awards, you know, not too long ago. Okay, supposedly he was high then, so why don't you know that KK is California Kush or whatever it is, and that it's a weed, okay? But I think that Kanye just had his damn blinders on, but he done did all this ranting and carrying on and talked about the nigga's baby mama, talked about him, talked about his damn child, talked about his music. And then when he finds out that KK wasn't even talking about Kim Kardashian, you know, that Kanye was just like, oh well, you know, I love everybody. I love Wiz Khalifa. Ain't mean to do all that. I didn't know it was gonna get all out of hand like this. The baby cute. Shout out to Amber. But that was not enough. And Amber Rose came in with 2 tweets and pretty much shut that whole shit down. Okay, so she first comes out and she says, oh, Kanye West, are you mad I'm not around to play in your asshole anymore? And then she go hashtag fingers in the booty ass bitch. As much as you motherfuckers talk about eating booty like groceries, I don't even know why this is such a big deal anymore, because y'all love that line. We done discussed that a million times, okay? But anytime we get to hearing about a man like anybody to stick their finger up their ass, they lick their ass, they blow in their ass, they kiss the ass, suck the asshole, whatever it is, and they supposedly are straight, it's a big hoopla. So y'all, it was all over the internet. They had memes of Amber Rose with her finger like this and Kanye sitting on top of it. They went on to Kim Kardashian's damn Instagram, and I'm telling you, they just kept putting the damn shit, the little shit things with the finger. Oh my God, they were going on and on and on. I tell you, Instagram is so fucking funny when it's these kind of situations going on, and it just went on and on and on. After that, I think Kanye West realized that he had made a mistake going off like that, so he started deleting tweets. And Amber Rose was like, oh, no, now don't start deleting tweets because mama has arrived, okay? And then she said, you getting bodied by a stripper, nigga. I was like, I love it. It was some quite entertainment for my ass last night. I'm telling you, yesterday at work, I was looking down at my phone. I said, now these motherfuckers really just giving us the most this week, okay? We had this kind of excitement since Chloe and Amber had their big blowout, so yeah, you guys, I had to put all them motherfuckers together. Everybody is related in some kind of way. The fucking Kardashian family is so much drama, and the only one who's sitting over there being quiet and ain't being affected by anything is little old Kendall. And you know why? Because Kendall is gay. Kendall likes women. That's why you don't see Kendall with no man, black or white. Because mark my words, it will eventually come out that that girl is gay. And not that that's a big deal, okay? I mean, especially with the rest of the shit that goes on in the family. But yeah, and I don't have no proof, you guys. It's just a I'm able to read people really well, you guys, and that's just what my brain tells me. So that's it, y'all. I just wanted to let y'all know I done talked about this shit so long I could have made this a separate video. But let me move along, y'all. So yeah, we gonna keep our eyes open though. Y'all keep that popcorn ready. I think it's still gonna be a little bit more. What's the next story, y'all? Toni Braxton's Unbreak My Heart. Did you guys watch it on Lifetime this weekend? I did watch it. It was bad weather here in Atlanta, so it was nice to just sit around and have a little cup of brute. Is that what they call it? It's not cup, it's wine glass. Brute. Brew. Yeah, I love, that's my new little drink. I love that. Love me some of that brew. Brute. brew, whatever the fuck it's called. Anyway, not only did I watch it, 3.6 million other viewers watched Unbreak My Heart on Lifetime, and for all intents and purposes, you guys, it was a pretty good show. Okay, as far as Lifetime movie specials go along, I think that this was a pretty good round of entertainment. Don't you guys think? What definitely saved the movie was the fact that they had Toni Braxton's music and they had Toni Braxton narrating. We know that Toni Braxton was an executive producer, so she was involved in the project. And a lot of times when people are involved, if they're not dead, or if their family is involved, a lot of times things don't, just get completely fucking haywire and a mess like we have seen in the past. Although I thought the Whitney Houston biopic was good, even though most people said it was more about Bobby. But you guys know that Aaliyah project was a fucking child. That was some full of fucking niggatry if I ever saw some. So anyway, yes, it was good. I don't know if we found out anything really new. Most of the story that I watched, that we already knew about the bankruptcies, about her relationship with her husband, her kid having autism. I did not know that she had been on Accutane, and that was the reason why she had the abortion. Or was it a miscarriage? I think it was an abortion. I don't know. It was either a miscarriage or an abortion. But for the most part, I don't think we've really learned anything new, because they've been on the Braxton Family Values for 5-6 seasons now, and we've learned a lot about the family's past through the reality show. Plus, she had a book. I didn't read the book, but all you Toni Braxton fans that have read the book, you knew a lot of the story already. So, but still, okay, I was there for the 2 hours that it was on. The acting was just, again, Lifetime movie, except for Debbie Morgan, who acted her ass off as Miss Evelyn. She just had the curtness and the meanness and the the snappiness and the attitude of Miss Evelyn, who's actually calmed down quite a bit since then. I'm sure Miss Evelyn was very much church involved and was the matriarch of the family and trying to keep everybody together, which she still is, but she's way more chill now. Other than that, though, the acting was just okay. I mean, nothing that I felt like anybody was going to win a damn award for. The lip syncing was terrible, but everybody has said that, so I don't even have to dote on that. the sisters, now let's talk about the sisters, y'all. I was looking at the thing and I was like, who the fuck are these girls all supposed to be? They had this one that was black. I was just like, now who the black one supposed to be? Everybody told me that's supposed to be Tawanda. I said, okay, they fucked over Tawanda, because the girl was just, I ain't gonna say somebody was ugly, but the girl was not the cutest thing, and I don't think Tawanda's ugly, even though you guys have to admit that first season of Braxton Family Values, you guys remember them fucking hairdos that he used to have, and Tawanda come up there with that goddamn poodle shit and all over on one side with 2 braids coming out. I said, the fuck, how you even come up with that goddamn hairstyle? Shit. But they've come a long way, which happens on all reality shows. But yeah, I was looking at them girls and I was like, I didn't know who these girls supposed to be. Like, who is supposed to be Tracy Tawanda? Who's supposed to be Tamar? I just couldn't figure it out. And so then I was just like, oh, they messed up on these girls, until I looked at I guess Tamar had actually posted a family picture of them when they were like 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there, an actual real picture of them on her Instagram, and I saw that picture. I couldn't figure out who the fuck who was who back then too. I said, these motherfuckers don't look, no wonder they don't look right on the TV show, because they don't look right in real life either. I'm thinking, like, I didn't know who was who on that picture. The only one I could figure out was Tamar, because she was the youngest and she obviously was the smallest on the picture. Other than that, I was just like, who the fuck these people are? I know they had some shit done to their face. Everybody's had nose jobs and whatever, but they don't look, how you look at your old pictures of you when you was a child, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. You look like a child, but you still fucking look like yourself. You just look more mature now. They don't look nothing like they used to. So then it made sense to me. I was just like, well, maybe they was making them look like how they was supposed to look back in the day. And, now they look different, older, because they had some shit done. And all of this, but child, I was just like, oh, these motherfuckers don't look nothing like they used to. But it was good. It was cool. I mean, people have already done their reviews on it. They had a very good showing. Like I said, 3.6 million viewers. So it was a hit for Lifetime. I'm sure it'll be on repeat if you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, you guys let me know what you thought about Unbreak My Heart. Give me your good, your bad, your ugly. All right, you guys. So this is where I admit that I have to just come clean with you guys with my feelings about R. Kelly. You guys, I watched the 45-minute singing of his life that he did for GQ magazine. I also read the accompanying article of the No Holds Barred interview that a reporter did for, that works for GQ, that did with R. Kelly. And yeah, I'm just gonna go on and admit that, yeah, I mean, I always knew that there was something wrong with R. Kelly, okay? But I've told you guys before, for some reason, I have decided to break away his music from the shit that has happened in his real life. But now when I read the article, and now when I looked at that 45-minute video of him singing his life, you guys, it was honestly the most bizarre. It was just the craziest thing to watch. First of all, let me talk about the 45-minute thing. It was very dramatic. He talked about him growing up in the South Side of Chicago, how he made it to become the star that he was, his relationship with his mother, okay, the fact that his father was not around. He talked a little bit about his brothers and sisters. And for the most part, it was really cool. I mean, I watched it, and, he talked. But when you listen to it, it was almost like he was... You got this feeling like he was in his mind. I can't even explain it. It was sort of like he was making up something, he's got such this artistic genius level mind, I believe, that he was kind of making up the story, or not making up the story, but he was embellishing, he was making it, bigger, because of the music, and he's got this audience, and he's captivating and all of that. So when I watched the 45-minute thing, I actually sat through the whole thing. I had no problem watching it. I was very intrigued, okay? But when I read the article is when it got to be troubling, and I said, okay, Roxanne, now we just can't keep giving brother man a pass. He told the reporter that he was molested by a family member for years, to the point where it started when he was like 7 or 8 years old, and it went on to he was like 15, 16 years old, and he actually started to look forward to it. He said that he knows that that kind of sexual contact had made him kind of hypersexualized at a younger age, because now you're thinking about sex and you shouldn't even been thinking about that kind of stuff when you're younger. And he comes out and says that he forgave the person who did it to him because he realized that that person probably had the same thing done to them, and that she was just acting out. It was like a generational curse that continues to go on and on and on. Okay, now we got the big elephant in the room. Okay, well, if that person had it done to them and that person did it to you, so that must mean that you did it to this next person, because we all know that R. Kelly supposedly has a special proclivity to the young girls, and it's been documented, well documented. After a couple of days, the interviewer finally asked him about that, like, well, don't you think that because it happened to you, that might have been the reason why you may have done it to these other girls? And R. Kelly's whole thing is, well, I went to court for it, I was found not guilty, and so that's what it means, I'm not guilty. People still listen to my music, people still sell out my concerts, everybody comes, they buy my music. So the interviewer was trying to get him to explain where I was, which was, well, people just kind of don't think about it because your music is so good. R. Kelly's feeling is like, no, that's not why. They don't forget about it because my music is so good. They forget about it because they believe that I'm not guilty, because I was found not guilty. And the interviewer is just like, just because you're found not guilty doesn't mean that you were innocent. You're never found innocent. Okay, so they were going back and forth, and you guys, I really believe in R. Kelly's mind that he just has made himself believe that because he was found not guilty, that all that shit that's happened in the past is just over. It's done. He didn't do it, okay, because they didn't find that he did it. Well, we know that he paid off all of the accusers that kept telling him, okay, this main girl that was caught on this videotape of him peeing on her, peeing in her mouth. You guys, if you ever saw the video, it was definitely a young girl. You could tell she was no more than 13, 14 years old. She had the very undeveloped breast. She didn't even look like she was nervous or scared. It looked like they did it all the time. You know, she was a child of one of his best friends, or really close friend, but they wouldn't cooperate in the court case. So prosecution didn't have really a witness to say that, yes, I'm the one that he fucked. And since they didn't have that, the jury didn't have any choice but to find him not guilty, because they didn't have anything to say that definitively said, yes, he fucked me when I was 13, 14 years old. So that's why he was found not guilty. And but yeah, I think R. Kelly just feels like, well, you know, people still support me, people still doing all this. Yeah, I'm good. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything to any of those people. You guys have got to read the article. It was just, I was just sitting there just like, oh, Roxanne, now you supporting this man. But even still, you guys, I'm just human, and I'm telling you guys the truth. I still like his music. But when I read that, I was just like, yeah, he is definitely, something is fucking wrong with him. Okay, I know people are making a big deal about him saying that he loved his mom so much that, you know, he asked her to marry him when he was like 8 or 9 years old. And, you know, the fact that he would drink from the cup when they would go to McDonald's, he would have lipstick ring on the cup and he would drink from the lipstick ring. I don't know if first of all, I thought he was just playing. I mean, I thought that part was just him kind of just playing about asking her to marry him. But of course, people are reading into that as like, something is wrong. Like, you have an actual crush on your mom. Like, he didn't say he wanted to have sex with her, you know, and I think that it is normal for young boys to really admire, you know, if they really are just really up under their mother a lot, that they do, you know, they just feel like their mom is always going to be around. Okay, but that was a red flag for some people. I didn't know if I felt like that part was that big of a deal. But when you get all of the rest of the shit that happens in the video, it was just so alarming, you guys. It was just crazy. And then at the very end, I didn't tell you guys that in the video when he talks about his mom dying, and he recants this whole story about how he was out of town, out of the country, and when he came back, you know, his mom had then lost all this weight. He didn't even know she had cancer, and he went to the hospital, and his sister and brothers was just like, she don't look the same and you might not want to go in there. He went in there. She was telling him like, I want you to leave. And he was like, please don't make me leave. You know, I had to just tell you one thing. You know, I'm sorry for all the bad things that I've done. Okay. And then he goes on to say, I promise. And then he says that his mom dies right there while he's in the middle of his sentence saying, you know, I promise that I'm going to be one of the best singer-songwriters in this world. And then the doctors come in, they pronounce him her dead, and he's still sitting there with the mom. And, you know, so he gives us that story, which I'm telling you is a very touching part of the video. I mean, I was glued to the video. The article, the reporter reports that in his book that evidently R. Kelly wrote, he said that he did go to the hospital, but he didn't stay with his mom because she didn't want him to stay there. He went back to the studio and he wrote some music, and, you know, then they called him and told him that his mom died. Okay. So then the reporter is just like, well, I don't want to think that he's lying about his mom's death. Okay, maybe he just forgot the way it happened, you know, so he asked him about that, and R. Kelly says, well, the person that wrote the book, he just got the story mixed up, but that's really how it happened in the video when I said, okay, and so then the reporter is just like, oh, okay, well, you know, the reporter was still bothered by it, so then he goes back and he finds another article that was written about R. Kelly's mom dying, and it was more like the second story, which was that he was at the studio and that they called him and told him that his mother was dead. And that's how the article ends. So it just lets you know right there that R. Kelly lied about the events that surrounded his mother's death. Okay, and if he can lie about something like that, then he could probably lie about a whole bunch of other shit. And then it makes you realize, even though I realized it right after I watched the video, that he was embellishing. He was doing a whole lot extra in the video just to make himself look big. I mean, I'm sure that he believes a lot of the things, you know, that he's exceptional, you know, musician. You know, he was just like, I just wanted to be a shooting star, and I just wanted to be this, and I went on to write, you know, it was all me, I, me. I mean, I know it was about his life, but there's a way that you can kind of be, you know, kind of, I mean, I don't want to say self-deprecating or anything, but there's a way that you can talk about yourself and not make it seem like you just totally believe that you the shit, right? So y'all have to just read the video. I mean, read the article and watch the video. I just, you know, I will admit that it is troubling, and it is, you know, the irony and the contradictions are there, that I'm still an R. Kelly's, you know, supporter. That article definitely made me look at R. Kelly in a different way. Yeah, can't say that I won't listen to his music anymore, but it confirmed it pretty much for me that R. Kelly might be a little bit of full of shit. Alright, you guys, so there's a movie coming out by the name of Elizabeth, Michael, and Marlon. And this is a story that's told about Elizabeth Taylor, Michael Jackson, and Marlon Brando, who supposedly, there's an old tale that they were all in New York on September 11, 2001, on the day of the terrorist attacks on New York City. They wanted to catch a plane from New York City to Los Angeles, but because all the planes were grounded, they weren't able to get out of New York City. So Michael Jackson said, you know what, let's rent a car and let's drive across the United States to Los Angeles. And supposedly that's what they did. And okay, all of the comedy, I guess, ensued on the road. So they have decided now to make a comedy movie about this supposed trip. We got Stockard Channing playing Elizabeth Taylor, which is a good match. You guys remember who Stockard Channing is. And we got Brian Cox playing Marlon Brando. Again, I believe that those are good matches. And then we have Michael Jackson being played by none other than Joseph Fiennes. Is that how you say his name? Fiennes? Whatever it is. All I know is the motherfucker is a white man who don't look nothing like Michael Jackson. Granted, Michael Jackson did have vitiligo, or whatever you want to call it, the skin, you know, where you lose the pigmentation in your skin, if that's what it was. But still, Michael Jackson was very much a black man, and I am offended that they would put a motherfucker like a Joseph Fiennes, whatever the fuck his name is, in this movie. Especially with all of the race issues that's going on. People complaining that, you know, black people can't get a role. You mean to tell me you gonna put a motherfucker... This is a real person. I know people say you got black people playing characters that are historically white, you know, like when you have them playing superheroes and things like that. I know people have issues with black people playing those type of characters. But those aren't real people. You got Michael Jackson, who is very much a real black man. You know, regardless of what you think about what Michael Jackson was at the end, still, the DNA, the inside, he is a black man. Why would you put this Joseph character in as Michael Jackson? It's a fucking slap in the face to all the black people out there who want to see Michael Jackson. I mean, at least if you're gonna make a comedy about Michael Jackson, can it be a black motherfucker? There's people out there all over the place that can act this fucking role. I was just disgusted when somebody told me. I was just like, who? That make no fucking sense, you guys. And then don't let it be a blockbuster. Don't let this shit be a hit. Oh, people gonna be real hot if it does even make it to the screen. But yeah, it's just like, I mean, sometimes I think they just do shit just to piss us the fuck off, y'all. But you know, now that's something I know I won't be supporting. I mean, it sounds like it's gonna be like a campy type, pop cultural type movie. But yeah, I just don't make no fucking sense, you guys. Ain't it a shame? Black people can't even play Michael Jackson no damn more. From Jagged Edge. You guys remember I told you guys a while back when him and his then fiance, now wife, what was the girl's name? Marika Maria. He beat her ass because he was upset about something. They got into a fight. He stuffed her engagement ring down her throat. You guys remember he made her swallow it. You know, he fucked her up and all of that. Well, I don't know if I told you guys back then, but evidently he and Marika, they decided to still tie the knot, okay? They decided to stick with him. As Marika said on Steve Harvey yesterday, she decided to hand it over to God, and that God would fix this relationship, that she loved this man and that she wanted to be with him. Well, She had to pay a small price for that. Some would say very large, actually. She lost the support of her family. Her family was pissed at her for taking him back. Didn't even look like she took him back because it looked like they never broke up from that. So they decided to cut all ties with her, okay? Especially her father, who told her, like, if I am around that man, I will kill him. Okay, and the father had been in jail before, okay, so, and I believe no father wants to see that their daughter is being beat by the man supposedly that is supposed to protect and take care of her. So I totally understand where the family is coming from. Not only did she lose her family, but she also lost her foster child. Evidently, she and Kyle have raised plenty foster children, had this one little girl who she had been having for some years, and as soon as the news had broke that they had this confrontation, the foster child was taken the very next day by DCFS. So she's on Steve Harvey with him, you know, he's all sad and depressed and upset looking. Steve Harvey did give him the 3rd degree about the shit that he's done, but you know, they said they're working it out. I don't know what's the purpose of them being on Steve Harvey. Okay, if it's for sympathy, you're not going to get much sympathy. Okay, people don't have sympathy for men who beat women and women who stay with men who beat women. I'm not saying that Mr. Kyle couldn't change, but what has he done to change? We ain't heard nothing about no counseling. Okay, we always want to say we're going to give it to God, but God helps those who help themselves. Okay, God puts counselors and psychiatrists and doctors and all these people out there to help a situation. And then we just want to say, no, we just going to let God handle it. It's frustrating to me because I'm not sure if this man is going to do it again to her or not. But it ain't, you know what, if that's what she has decided to do with her life, she grown, and that's that. Okay, I'm not going to knock her for saying that, you know, I'm not going to say she's stupid for doing it, but I'm just going to say if it happens again, I'm not going to be surprised. Okay, people have a history of doing these type of things. I mean, she said that he was upset because something happened. I think his dad was either dying or had died. He was upset about it. And, you know, I guess he was carrying on. And she asked him, could he just, you know, tone it down a little bit? Nigga, it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. How long you gonna turn up? Okay. And that, you know, that pissed him off. Now, granted, I understand that you're upset if you have, you know, if people are sick or dying in your family, all of that. But, I mean, we can't go beating people's asses because folks die. People die all the time. Okay? Yes, you angry. Yes, you're hurt. Okay, but I mean, if she just told you to just keep it down a little bit, I mean, what's gonna happen when she do some other shit to piss you off? Are you gonna black out then? Are you gonna wild out then? Are you gonna want to beat her ass then? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All I can say is people that decide to stay with their abuser, they can't expect anybody to support them. If that's what they want to do, you've involved all of the, you know, your family, you've involved your community, you've involved the world, being on the internet, being on these TV shows and all of that. We all pissed off about what happened, and then you decide to get back with him, and then you want us all to forget about all the shit that did happen in the past. Like, no, it don't work that way. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to say about the situation. I don't feel sorry for either one of them. But you know, I hope that it works out. Hopefully Kyle is a changed man. But what do you guys think? Is he changed, or is it just, you know, more to come later? Alright, you guys, so this is a case of when rappers think that they're scientists. Your boy BoB, he had then got on the internet the other day, and I guess he, you know, he had then decided that, you know, we have been fooled. We have been bamboozled. The world is flat. Don't worry about what they've been saying from the NASA scientists, astrophysicists, studies upon studies, okay, astronauts, people going off into space. None of that matters, bitch. I said the world is flat. He went back and forth with people on Twitter. He made himself look even more stupid. He's trying to, you know, tell us what the damn YouTube said, what some conspiracy, you know, websites have been said. And listen, I already know that some of you guys gonna be down in my comments trying to explain and, you know, trying to convince me that I don't know for a fact. You're right, I don't know for a fact that the world is round. I don't know that 100% for a fact, okay? But what I am saying is I'm willing to believe the scientist than a fucking rapper named BoB from Decatur, Georgia. Okay? Let me ask you this. When we look up at the moon, it looks like it's round, right? And you can get a telescope and you can look at other planets and you can see that they're round as well. Okay, ain't nobody been to the observatorium, the place at Disneyland that tell you about the planets? Do they still have that at Disneyland, you guys? You can get telescopes and you can look at other planets, and they're all round. Okay, why the fuck would the Earth be flat when the rest of the damn universe has round planets? That's all I'm trying to say, you guys. Why would they lie to us about it being flat? Like, what is to gain from that? I swear I can't fucking stand you people that, you know, that conspiracy theorists. That's their motherfucking education. Instead of listening to people that have gone to Harvard and Yale and, like I said, worked for NASA and done all that. Really? That goddamn BoB, he one of them ones that say stay woke. I can't stand people that say stay woke. You know why? That's their way of saying that they're so fucking smart and so clever that they know. And all the rest of you guys out there so damn stupid and so distracted. I told you guys about distraction last week, right? Okay, you're so distracted by the bullshit that people feed you that, you know, you are asleep. You don't see what's happening. You know, it's just their way of making them seem that they're superior. And I can't stand a motherfucker like that. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with BoB. I think he's a cutie. I think BoB is cute. I love his accent. I just look at him and I was just like, yeah, I like BoB. But this motherfucker has been taking an L for the longest. Now, he tried that shit with 7th Streeter. You guys remember when he hired the girl to act like she was his girlfriend? Okay, only to get blasted that he hired this girl trying to make 7 jealous when they broke up. And now this foolishness. Nigga, if you don't take your motherfucking ass to the studio and make music and get the fuck up out of here. Oh, and he did make a song. He even made a song going against this astrophysicist. What's this guy's name? Neil deGrasse Tyson. He tried to reason with BoB. You know, basically tell him that he was wrong. That, you know, the world is round. And, you know, BoB ain't got time for Neil, okay, because he woke and he already knows. When he look out, okay, even though you really can't only see but about 5-6 miles, you know, away from you, but when he look out, shit look flat, and goddamn it, that's enough for him. So, yeah, you guys, I'm gonna need BoB to stop it. Stop it, BoB. Go make you some music. Leave the fucking planets to the professionals. Y'all been talking so long, let me hurry and get off of here. Okay, quickies. Congratulations to Tyra Banks and her boyfriend, Eric Asia. Got a brand new baby by the name of York Banks Asia, you guys. A bouncing baby boy. Evidently, they had a surrogate because, you guys, we had heard already that Tyra Banks had some fertility issues. So, yeah, they had a surrogate. The lady had the baby. And Tyra and Eric are very happy together. Are they going to get married? Supposedly, a new couple alert, Common and Laura Dern. They were seen out together at dinner the other night. Okay, and of course all the world now thinks that Common is dating Laura Dern. You guys know who Laura Dern is. She was the white chick in the Jurassic Park movies. I'm thinking like maybe they're working on a project together. Maybe they met for dinner to talk about it. Okay, but we all say that Common and Laura Dern are a couple. I don't believe it. She doesn't strike me as Common's taste. Although you can't never tell with these niggas these days. But you know what? When it's confirmed, that's when I believe it. Congratulations are in order to Mariah Carey, who is now engaged to her, I guess he's her fiance now, billionaire James Packer, who is, let me remind you, the 4th richest person in Australia. Your boy James, he gave her a 35-carat engagement diamond ring, you guys, and I'm telling you, I was just like, yes! Y'all know how much I love jewelry. He gave her 35 carats. You know, people were saying that was ridiculous. Don't nobody need a fucking ring. What the fuck? The richest man, 4th richest man in Australia, looked like giving her old measly 10 carats, which seems to be like the perfunctory size for, you know, celebrities these days. Everybody gets 10, 11, 12. Motherfucker, I'm gonna get 35 fucking carats. I am so here for it. The ring is beautiful. It is beautiful. And yeah, I'm happy for Mariah Carey. You see what happened when you quit playing with these kids and you get in the pen with the big dogs? You get big dog shit. Congratulations to James and Mariah. For those who were long anticipating, Rihanna's album Auntie was finally released last night on Tidal exclusively. So you have to have it Tidal to hear it. I'm sure eventually it'll make it to all the other streaming services and, you know, be available for you to purchase. But right now, you know, that was some of the perks of being a Tidal Customer. I don't have titles, so I haven't heard the song, but I've heard people talk about it and say that the album is pretty good. I heard the one song Work on my way to work yesterday morning. I even snapped it on Snapchat. Hey, you guys, follow me on Snapchat. I'm trying to get better with it, y'all. The Work song is cute. I like it. It's like a windy type groove to it. So I mean, I felt like I wanted to dance, but it wasn't like, big, like Umbrella, Where Have You Been, all of the old big Rihanna songs that we're used to getting from her. It wasn't on that caliber, but I'm hoping that maybe it's different stuff on the album. But the song that they released, it was cool. I liked it. It wasn't like Bitch Better Have My Money, which I didn't like right away. I'm not sure if I even still like that song now. It's just grown on me because they play it so fucking much. But yeah, so you guys, if you have Rihanna's album, let me know what you think about it. And lastly, congratulations to Nate Parker, who's got the biggest deal in Sundance Film Festival history. Sold his movie Birth of a Nation, which is about a slave revolt in Virginia back in the slave days, and Nate Parker has made a movie about it. He sold it for $17.5 million. Okay, and it's going to be done by Fox. I think it's Fox Searchlight is the name of the production company that bought it. So congratulations to Nate Parker. Can't wait to see it. We do this every single week, so make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure that you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.